Hello everyone. In the last class, we have seen how to calculate the power and energy for a continuous time signal. So, in this class, we will see how to calculate the power and energy for a discrete time signal. So, what is this discrete time signal? As the name indicates, it is discrete. For example, the value at -4 is -1, at -3 is 1. You can't get a value at -3.5 or -2.5 or -3.75. So other like decimal value will be 0 only at that integer like x of -4, x of -3, -2, -1, you will have the value. So we have to calculate the power and energy for the discrete time signal in this module. So in the exam, they will give you the signal which is shown in the PPT here. So they will tell calculate the power or energy for the signal shown in the figure for a discrete time signal. So no need to say for them discrete time signal, it is understood from the figure. Okay. So how do we solve this problem? So first thing we have to identify whether it's power or energy signal. Okay. The first step is to identify whether it's power or energy signal. So how do we identify power or energy signal? For a signal to be power, for a signal to be power signal, it should be periodic. So the values will be repeating. It should have a pattern. For example, it should be periodic. So this is a power signal because it's repeating. So another example will be like this, something like this. So which is periodic and which is repeating. So that pattern, if you see, it is a power signal. Okay. If it is not there, it is energy signal. So if you can see this figure closely, from 0 to this 2, this there's some pattern. At 0 its value is 1, at 1 its value is 2, and at 2 its value is -1. So this pattern, if you see, it's repeating. So at 3 1, so you can map this here and this one here. See, it's repeating. The same pattern can be observed here also. So therefore it is a, I'll use a green ink, periodic. So hence it is a power signal, like power star Punit Rajkumar. Okay. Now, what is the power? Power is equal to 1 by n summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 mod x of n the whole square. So the first step to identify what kind of a signal it is. The second step to find, after finding what kind of signal is it, we have to find the power or energy. So what is the formula for power? 1 by n summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 mod x of n the whole square. So here the value of n will be, for example, it is repeating from 0 to 2. So it will be n is equal to 3. Okay. So 1 by 3 summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1. So 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2 mod x of n the whole square. So why is this 0 to 2? So here you can observe 0 to 2, n is equal to. So this set of patterns everywhere it's repeating. You can take from 3 to 5, you'll end up in the same answer. Okay. Or from -3 to -1. So we'll expand this one. So I'll continue here. 1 by 3. So n is equal to 0 to 2. So mod of x of 0 the whole square plus mod of x of 1 the whole square plus mod of x of 2 the whole square. Now 1 by 3 into what is the value of x at 0? X at 0, the value is 1. So 1 square plus what is the value of x at 1? The value is 2. 2 square. What is the value of x at 2? Minus 1. So minus 1 the whole square, which is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 plus 4 plus 1. So this value is equal to 6 by 3, which is equal to 2. So the power of the given discrete time signal is 2. Now we will solve another one problem. Okay. So in the exam, they'll give like this. So don't observe this particular plot here, which I have done. So in the exam, they will give you x of n is equal to 2, 1, minus 1, 0, 1 and minus 2. So, and this arrow will be given. So find whether this particular signal is power or energy. So first thing you have to understand is that this particular arrow indicates that the value at the origin. So this value is x at 0. So this is x of 1, this is x of 2 and x of 3, and this is x of minus 1 and this is x at minus 2. So this arrow indicates the value of x at the origin. Please remember that. So in many cases you will encounter this in future also. So if they put an arrow mark, it indicates that the value of that particular value of x at origin. Okay, so if you want to plot this and observe whether it's a power or energy signal, we can plot. What is the value of x at 0? Minus 1, and x at 1 is 0. Then x at 2 is 1, x at 3 is minus 2. Similarly, 1 and 2. So this is like you have done in your 10th standard. You're just plotting simple things here. Okay. Now, if you can observe this, whether there is a periodicity, whether there is a repeating pattern like previously, no. So, what is this signal? So, therefore, non-periodic. Therefore, it is energy signal. Okay. Now, to calculate the energy signal, what is the formula? Energy is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity mod x of n the whole square. So this will be equal to same thing here, x at minus 2 the whole square plus x at minus 1 the whole square plus x at 0 the whole square plus x at 1 the whole square plus x of 2 the whole square plus x of 3 the whole square. What is the value of x at minus 2? 2. X at minus 1? 1. X at 0? Minus 1 the whole square. X at 1? 0. X at 2? 1. X at 3? Minus 2 the whole square. So if you do this, simplify this one, 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4, you will end up the energy of the signal to be 11. So this is how you solve the problem for a energy or a power signal. So now we have solved some two simple problem. We will go to another level. Okay. So these kind of problems will be asked. For example, they may ask you have to solve different kinds of problems. For example, x of n is equal to cos pi n for n varies between minus 1 to 0 or is equal to 0 otherwise. So this is an example. So whether it's an energy or power signal, it's a energy, because it is defined from -1 to 10, or if they have given this particular pattern 0 otherwise, it will usually be a energy signal. So what will be the value of this one? X of pi n minus 1 to the power of n. So this is just the trigonometric formula which you have to remember. Then you substitute it and you solve it. So they may also ask you another particular problem like x of n is equal to 1 plus n square. So n varies between 0 to 3 or is equal to 0 otherwise. Okay. So you have to plot this 0 to 3 for this particular value, and we'll get this as energy signal. Similarly, how I have done this like previously, you can solve it. So different kinds of problems you have to solve. So I have given you two sets of problems, so that other sets of problems it's for you to understand and you have to do. So let us go to a little complicated problem now. Okay. Now, first thing and foremost thing in electrical engineering or any other subject is you have to understand the question. So if you understand the question, half of your problem will get over. Okay. So let's see what is the question here. If the power of the signal, so they have given the power of the signal is defined by summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity mod x of n the whole square. So they have defined the power of the signal with this formula here, and the total power is given by 5 units. So they have given the formula and they have given the value. So what you have to find the power in the odd component given the even component of the signal. So you have a some signal here. So it has odd component and even component, and you know the also given the power of the signal. Okay, which is equal to 5 units. So they have given the even component of the signal as half into modulus of n. So what is the question they have asked? They have asked to find the power. So what is this power in the odd component? So this is the question. So how, what should be your approach? So how do you solve this problem? Now let us write what is given first. So given given power is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity mod x of n the whole square. So what is the value of the power given here? 5 units. So 5 units is equal to minus infinity to infinity mod x of n the whole square. Now, what is the other thing which is given here? X of n is equal to x even of n plus x odd of n. And to solve this one, we should take a approach. So the approach is, they have said that power in the odd component. So usually it should be x square, some summation should be there. So what we will do is we will square on both the sides. So x of n the whole square is equal to x e of n plus x odd of n the whole square. Now x square n is equal to x even square of n plus x odd square of n plus 2 times x even of n into x odd of n. Okay, so a plus b the whole square, a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So this one x of square of n. Now we have got this x square of n. Now what we want? Summation. So take summation on both the sides. Summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x square of n is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x even square of n plus summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x o square of n plus 2 times summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x e of n plus into x o of n. Nothing, I have put just the summation and I have put the summation for this term. That's it. Okay. Now, if you observe this part here, product of even and odd is always it is odd signal. And if you take the summation, if you go back to the derivation which I have done in the first class, I have given some homework problem. So in that homework problem, if you have solved it correctly, so summation of this odd component is 0. So this whole term becomes equal to 0. So multiplication of even and odd component will give us odd component, and summation of this odd component is 0. So we did not consider this. So what is that actual consideration we have to take now? Only this part will come into consideration. So which I have highlighted in red. Now let us solve this slowly. Okay. Now 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x square of n is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x even square of n plus summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x odd square of n. Now, what they have given, find the power in the odd component. So we want only this part. So I will take this one here, n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x odd of square of n. So what we, this let it go to the other side. So summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity the given signal square of n minus the power in the even component. Okay. Now we know this value. So what is this value? 5. So let's just substitute that. 5 minus summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x even square of n. So this is the total power in the odd component. Okay. Now we want to find this part. What is the power in the even component? So if we find out and if we substitute, we will get the power in the odd component of the signal. Okay. Now let me use the new page. Okay. So if you see here, the even component is given by half of modulo of n. Using this, we will find out the power in the even component of the signal. Okay. Now, what is the even component given? Half of modulo of n. So what is this meaning? X e of n is equal to half of minus n if n is less than 0 and also is equal to half of plus n for n greater than 0. So this is similar to a power n. Okay, don't worry. we will solve this. Okay. Now, summation, what we need? Power in the even component. N is equal to minus infinity to infinity. X e square of n is equal to, like, we will expand, okay, from minus infinity to minus 1, then from 0 to infinity, okay, because we know the value from 0 to infinity. What is the value? So if it is less than 0, so minus infinity to 0, what is the, so minus infinity to minus 1, what is the value? Okay, so n is equal to minus infinity to minus 1. What is the value? Half of minus n the whole square, because x is square of n. Okay, so minus infinity to minus 1, we have half of minus n plus summation n is equal to 0 to infinity. So we are just, we are taking this. So for minus infinity to minus 1, then from 0 to infinity. So I'm just, you know instead of taking the whole thing, I'm just cutting into slices like a cake, so that I'll get the values easily. So it will help me simplify my work. Okay, so minus infinity to minus 1, what is the value of the whole square, plus 0 to infinity, what is the value? Half of n the whole square. Now what we have to do? We have to replace n by minus n in the first term. So whenever this minus infinity to minus n comes, I always do the thing. So always you make sure that you also do that, so that you will simplify the things. Okay. Okay, so half to the power of n the whole square. Then since you are replacing what we call n by minus n, so this plus infinity to plus 1 will come, and then we have to rotate this. Okay, always it's that that rule you have to keep in mind. So this will become n is equal to 1 to infinity half n the whole square plus summation n is equal to 0 to infinity half of n the whole square, which is equal to n is equal to minus infinity to infinity mod x c of square. Okay, now this one and this one, the major thing you have to remember is a particular formula for simplify this one. So how can you do that? So you have to remember a formula, summation. So this will be helpful in most of the cases and problems. So I request you to memorize this one. N is equal to k to n is equal to infinity. A power n is equal to a power k divided by 1 minus a. So this formula you have learnt in maths. So this is the first formula you have to remember. And the second formula what you have to remember is summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a. So using this one, we can simplify this and this. Okay, so how do I simplify this one? 1 minute. Okay, so let me take this one. So how can you express this one? So summation n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 square to the power of n. You can do like this, so that you can easily, you can map the formula. Summation n is equal to k to infinity a power n. So your a is this one here. Then summation n is equal to 0 to infinity 1 square n again, so that you can map it easily. So how it, so this formula you apply here, a power k. So your a is 1 square divided by 1 minus 1 half the square So k is 1. Okay, then plus 1 by 1 minus a, half. Okay, now if you simplify this, you will end up as pi by 3. So this is the energy in the even component. So what we want, energy of the odd component. So if you see previously, here we have got as 5 minus energy in the even component, 5 minus 5 by 3. So this is the energy in the even component of the signal. This is solved in the next page. Okay, if you want to refer the PDF. So what we have done, so we have understood the question here, and then what are the given things we have written. So we have expanded in terms of the power of the signal, then we want the power in the even component in order to get the odd component. So we have solved accordingly. Whatever things they have given, we have replaced n by n minus n, take the summation and expressed in terms of this formula. So this is the standard procedure to solve this kind of problems here. So solve this kind of problems much more to get a better idea. Okay, so in the next class we will be seeing the elementary signal and the operations on it. Okay, so bye.